Bitcoin making another leg up. Can it continue after the halving? Let's jump into it. Welcome to Alex O Crypto. Taking a look at Bitcoin, it's having a little bit of a leg up, but you guys seem to think it's more important in our awesome Discord to make open mouth pictures and stickers of me. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. What's going on, guys? Looking at the Bitcoin price and where we are going. Can we continue up? Let's take a look. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. We go live Monday to Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also do a morning update, which is this. And then we have an amazing free Discord where there are trade signals and a lot of great people. So if you want to join us there, feel free to. We are sponsored by Cipher and BloFin. If you want to support the channel, the links are in the description below. We have a pretty good deal going on with BloFin and our exchange. So looking at the price, can we go up? Can we go down? That's always the question, right? It's Monday. So let's check our weekly first and foremost and make sure that we have a good idea of what has transpired. Okay, so what can we see here is that we can simply see that we have had a hammer time candle. Okay, so hammer time candle, lots of exhaustion wicks down below, suggesting that, you know, there are buyers coming in, suggesting that this is a good price for Bitcoin and pushing the price back up. Now we have elevated a little bit. So let's see if we can continue that pattern this week. Quickly going over to the futures. Let's see if we did create a gap just so that we are aware. And we have a tiny, tiny little gap below us. Okay, so nothing too big of a concern. That could suggest that we go lower for a little bit starting the week off. Now let's go into our 4 hour. Let's take a look at this giant range that everybody is getting quite bored of. But nonetheless, we can see that we are working above it. And we said on the week before that we were looking for price to get above 65,000 and hold. Okay, so we have done so. We can see that we do have a thick amount of volume and this very big thick point of control, which is coming in as our key level of resistance. Now let's see if we can get above and beyond that, trying to get back to the top of the range around 71,000. Okay, long-term goals, hopefully we can see this bottoming structure continue to push up, and we can see a continuation getting above the point of control here and simply working its way onwards and upwards. However, there is a bear case. We could get rejected and we could come down. So we'll go over both today and what we can look for in the near future. Okay, going from the top-down analysis, looking at the weekly here, what can we see? We can see that we have some sort of double top coming in, right? The double top. However, the one thing that is interesting, in my opinion, is that we do have some nice posturing to the upside here on our weekly VWAP. Okay, so we can see we have bounced off our 10 line here and pushed to the upside. Money still remains quite thick as ever, so we'll continue to watch that. Now, we were, as a community, watching the 3-day VWAP crossover. Okay, we were anticipating the VWAP crossover coming on Wednesday. Okay, we're working our way back towards that, and the 3-day is looking as if it wants to recover. Now, we haven't engulfed this candle here, but we have pushed our way back up, and the money does remain quite thick. So this is looking promising, but nonetheless, we want to see continued higher highs and higher lows. Okay, going into the daily, however, we can see that we could be due for a little bit of a cool off. So now we have crossed over on this. We're coming up on the 3-day like this, but you can see we've had a nice ramping of the money flow. And the stochastics are getting closer together. So you can see it created a giant gap here. Now it is coming back together. Okay, and you can see this is working its way up. So hopefully we can see that continuation. However, VWAP's a bit extended here, so I'd expect something like that, even something a bit more dramatic, where it comes in like this, and we're looking for the anchor trigger wave continuation pattern to the upside. So we need to be a little bit patient, in my opinion, right now to where we are at, looking for that, possibly that higher low coming in, and then the push up. Just something to keep in the back of your mind for the next couple of trading days. Now, going into the 12-hour, what can we see? Well, we can simply see that we have crossed over, and there's quite a bit of room now. Since we have come down, right? We've come down. We've created sort of a bottoming pattern. We could see something like this. However, there's quite a bit of room on both of the stochastics and the momentum waves, but the VWAP is a little bit overextended. So for me, like I said about the daily, it's very similar. We want to see money continuing to come onwards and upwards. The VWAP could reset and bounce off the zero line in the next couple hours, or next couple prints, meaning the next day, for the continuation here on our Bitcoin price. Right now, it's looking like just choppy weekend volume, which we did have over the weekend. So a little bit of a push up. You can see a little bit of a trend line here, getting a little bit overextended on the 8 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour. Same kind of deal. You're getting that kind of Triceratops or Stegosaurus back kind of deal, right? So we'll be watching for that bearish divergence with a higher high, that bearish divergence making a lower low. So that's something to keep your eyes peeled for the longer term, but also the shorter term as we get into it now. Let's go into the 2 hour. Same kind of deal. We're crawling upwards here on the 2 hour. Let's pull this across. Now, there isn't many distinguishing points of volume besides this support level here. So we're not going to use volume in this analysis for this morning. Let's go over and take a look here. Okay. So you can see that we are trying to reclaim this high here. That's going to be very important. Now we have reclaimed this high here. We have put in a higher high. Okay, now you can see that we are marching onwards and upwards. There's a bit of a trend line here as support. So I'm going to draw that in on my charts just to keep that in the back of my mind, noting that, we could be finding support on our way up as we have recently. Now let's see where our big golden pocket is, just to make sure that we are adding as much confluence within the range. Okay, and we are coming up to that now. Let's see if we have that marked areas. Yes, we do. Okay. So we know that there's a big level of support here right around 65,000 and 65,500. We have kind of broken through, not convincingly enough to me, where it looks like we're going to continue onwards and upwards, okay? That doesn't mean we can't. It just isn't convincing to me, okay? Looking at this, we can go macro, or not macro, but local golden pocket for the big range here. That's marked up, so let's move this up a little bit here. Let's see if this is coming in with a confluence of our levels. Yeah, so we do have confluence of levels here. This one here, I'm not too sure about. So let's readjust that. Let's take a look from swing low to swing high here. Okay, and that would come in. Yeah, so if we come off of this, we could be looking down below here rather than there. Okay, so that would be the other area that I'm interested in. Okay, overall, on the short-term time frame, market Cipher is suggesting, let's go into the 4 hour. 4 hour market Cipher, a bit overextended, okay? A bit overextended, wants to cool off this morning. 3 hour, 2 hour, yep, all overextended. So I would be looking for a short-term correction to the downside with these higher highs, and maybe something like this for a bearish divergence coming into the key level of resistance that we have above us. Okay, that would be the idea right now. I'm not favoring shorting the market. However, that's what is being suggested this morning, is that we are possibly looking for shorts in the beginning of the day, and we'll see if we can get some longs at the end of the day. Okay, but be careful. Remember to add these levels to your charts. Join us in the free Discord. That link is in the description below, where you get my charts, you get Kyle's charts, and you get another 3 other traders sharing their charts. Brewberry does a morning live show as well, so you guys can be prepared for that. So make sure you jump over to our Discord. Looking at the heat map, what do we got moving today, this morning? And we got Avalanche, near Pepe is back on top, okay, and SEI. So we have some movement across the board. Let's see what's going on over there with SEI. SEI. Looking at SEI, getting a bit of a breakout. So you do have this downwards trend line that most altcoins were stuck in, right? And you can see you got that bottoming structure pushing to the upside. There's a lot of things kind of breaking out of that downwards trend line, pushing onwards and upwards. Yeah, so that's very good to see. Let's see Pepe. Let's go and take a look at the frog coin. Might as well. You can see it is actually coming and breaking out of this downwards trend line as well. So a lot of things getting a little bit of a relief rally up after such an aggressive push down. Solana, same kind of deal. Okay, we were looking for that move on Solana. Nice move onwards and upwards. We were also looking at that move for Injective. Nice move onwards and upwards, trying to get above $30 here. It's a very big, strong level of resistance. We were also looking at Render for a trade setup, and some of you guys caught this in the Discord. We gave the trade setup literally from down here, and we have banged and hit our take profits on that as well. So that was a great trade setup. Look for Render to continue to push onwards and upwards. You can see GRT is having that move as well. So we can see a little bit of relief across this morning. So we want to watch the dollar, see if it breaks out of this downwards trend line. That's the one thing I'm going to keep my eyes on, and how the S&P reacts. Is it going to find support? Is it going to stop bleeding all the way down? Okay, that's something also I'm going to keep my eyes on. But if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. Join us in the channel. Throw a comment down below. It's much appreciated. And I'll see you guys later this evening. Actually, I'll see you on Crypto Wars, Trading Wars, at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care, guys.